Big shout out to John 2618. John came over yesterday around 4:30. We worked on the track, but yesterday we did a track plan, laid some lines, got an idea of what we all needed, and then this morning he came back over like a trooper because John's that kind of guy. And we went to Yankee Dabbler. I bought all my turnouts that I needed. There's 9 turnouts in here. Some of them I had. So, but, and picked up some. Enough though. So this is what we got going on. So this track here is pretty much the main, and it goes straight through. You can kind of see there, goes straight through to the back there, that back track against the wall. So what's going to happen here is, remember, I talked about streets have changed, no more junkyard. So this will be my interchange track, these 2 tracks here. There will be a scene divider here, trees mostly. It'll be trees, and you won't be able to see what's happening back there. All right. This will be an industry with 2 tracks. One will go into a building. I'm not sure if it'll be this one. And what we did was everything is glued down, but we left these 2 to be able to move around. We left these, excuse me, unglued so I can move them around to where I want them. Again, I think I'll be building something here for that track, and this track will be open. Probably some type of transload will be going on here. Open transload, building transload, I'm guessing. Not really sure. There are 2 runarounds on this layout, which is nice because it gives me a little more options. Because there's not a lot of room, I can move cars around easier. So here's one runaround, and this would be another runaround, I think, or this one, something like that. I don't know. I don't understand this stuff. But anyway, I got two runarounds. I think it's here and here, or down here. Down here behind the engine. So again, this track is left free, so that I can move this around, maybe make it a little longer, move it over. I think here I'm going to have a little propane type rack system here, Walther's rack system. It will be the only, I'm thinking, kit that I buy. Everything else will be scratch built, and there will only be 3 industries on this layout, basically. There will be nothing here. This is the interchange, this is the lead, the lead. So what can happen here is you can spot cars in here, and take an engine, run it down, and run around your train and hook back up and do some work. Back here will be an industry. It will be like a corner industry, and it'll be a wedge. It won't be square. I think for me, like buildings look better when they're wedges in the backgrounds than squares, because it kind of leads your eye to infinity. And that's what will happen here. What it is, I don't know. Haven't figured that out. And what will happen in here, I don't know. There'll be maybe some roads here, and there'll be I thought about doing a road back there that goes into infinity. over there and comes around here maybe and gets to this building here. Again, just goes off the layout through the backdrop somewhere. Same thing with here. There'll be a road somewhere in here that just comes off the layout, just like into infinity. There's no real sure end to it. But we got a lot. John got a lot done. Right now, I have 3 feeder drops. 1, 2, and 3. And that is it. That powers this entire layout. I will add a couple more up there. Yeah, we ran and no problems. Creeping over everything. The only problem we did have was dirty track and dirty locomotive. And that cleared everything up. But everything creeps over everything. My logo creeps over all my turnouts. And it's just a really nice slow pace railroad here. The Timber Creek is... track work is, I say, 99% done, with the exception of the 2 ends up there that need to be finalized. And I'm not going to finalize them until I have a mock-up of the building, and I'm going to run the layout for a while and see how I like things. We did glue down, probably with the exception of those 2 and these 2 at the other end, this one and this one, everything else is glued. Everything is glued. And I'm going to show you what we used, and it was great. I gotta say, we did all this morning, so, and I think I've used this before, Alex Plus, and this is clear, and you just need a little bit, and it tacks, and you can still move the track around, and we did use some pins to keep it in place, and within an hour it pretty much dried because you're not using a lot. Don't if you're going to do it, don't cake a bunch on. Just put a little bead and spread it out. Really, a little goes a long way. It's really tacky, and yeah, it really holds great. I would suggest using it if that's, if you're going to do that. Because originally I was just going to nail this all down. That would have been a pain. But yeah, big thanks to John. All my turnouts are manual. So, and with these Walthers are nice because they click. They're positive, right? So whether or not I put any, I did buy one switch machine. Whether or not I put it in, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, turnouts, they're number 5s, and I have 2 6s. This is a 6 up here. This is a 6, and this is a 6. And the reason is because you want to keep that line going here the same. And 6s are, you want to keep that continuous. Instead of using a 5 there and a 6 here, they won't line up. Okay? Everything else is 5s with the exception of this. And this is a number 4 Y. I got a Y here. And that kind of just lets you do your track straight. There's no curve to the Y, right? That is it. Over and out. Timber Creek layout number, I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter what it is, but big milestone for the TCI. Appreciate you, John, 2618. I really do. It's always cool hanging out with John. We did some rail fanning last night after doing this and picking up some caulk and pizza. We went trackside, caught a couple trains, ate some pizza, and came back and did a few more things. And then John left last night kind of around 9 o'clock. came back 9 o'clock this morning. We were the first ones at Yankee Dabbler. It's a good thing Yankee Dabbler's 10 minutes away. Be well, be blessed. Hey, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because the Timber Creek is just getting underway. Now is when we're gonna really do some work. Everything, like, again, I'm going to leave the track the way it is, run the railroad, and I'll have some little ops and op videos, and you never know who might show up here running trains with me on the TCI. Be well, be blessed. Until the next time. See you.